of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the lecture series of Organizational Behavior. Today we are going to talk about the topic on leadership and power. Now, as far as organizational behavior is concerned, the leadership and the distribution of power within a team or a group is a very important factor which influences it. So today we will be talking about leadership. So in leadership we will be going through these topics, that is the meaning of a leader, then we will talk about the importance of leadership, and we will talk about various leadership styles which are applied by different individuals. So first of all, let us see what is the meaning of a leader. Now, as far as leader is concerned, sometimes we may mix it up with a manager. But there is a difference between a manager and a leader. Now, what is that difference? Leader is someone who leads people. That means the growth of the leader as well as the group or the team will also happen. Hence, we can define leadership as the process of directing and influencing people so that they strive willingly and enthusiastically towards the achievement of group objectives. Hence, a leader not only directs and gives instructions but also influences the subordinates to work with enthusiasm, and that too willingly. Now let us understand what is the importance of leadership in an organization. So as we say that leaders are required for directing as well as influencing, that means the importance is very high in an organization. And in fact, how the employees will work, what will be their feeling for their jobs, whether they will be enthusiastic or not, whether they will be motivated or not, and whether they will be able to achieve their goals or not, depends on the leadership. So the first importance of leadership is that it can empower people. Now, people may have various skills and capabilities, and many capabilities they may not have even discovered. But it is because of the leadership, the kind of leadership that is implemented in an organization, that employees will keep on developing their skills and capabilities. And leaders does the work of empowering them with various resources, skills, capabilities, and even with their trust on the subordinates. Also, leadership helps in inspiring people. The employees will look up to a leader who is really very influencing. A leader who can influence people can make them work in a particular direction. And hence, leadership works in inspiring the people. Thirdly, leadership leads change. Now, change is a very important factor as far as the growth of an organization is concerned. If an organization wants to grow continuously, that means the organization needs to apply change every time. But applying or implementing any change is a very difficult process, and for that the leaders are required. And lastly, the leaders shares vision with the employees. The leaders make sure that there is a shared vision between the employees and the organization. And whenever there is a shared vision between the employees and the organization, then the employees are motivated to work. So this is how leadership is very, very important in organization. Now let us see different styles of leadership. Now, different managers or different people may apply different styles because of various reasons. And in the past, many such scholars and psychologists have studied about various different leadership styles. All of them are based on different things about leadership. So let us see what different scholars of the past have contributed towards the knowledge of different leadership styles. So first of all, we will be studying leadership style based on authority. So based on authority, we can have these four leadership styles. Number 1, autocratic leadership. Number 2, democratic or participative leadership. Number 3 is paternalistic leadership. And 4th is free rein or laissez-faire leadership. Now, as the name suggests, first one, autocratic leadership means the leader takes the decision on one's own. The leader doesn't ask for suggestions or views from the employees. The leader believes in giving directions to the employees. Here the production may increase, but it may be at the cost of the motivation of the employees. And in the long run, the productivity of the employees may lower down. The second style is the democratic or participative style of leadership. Now here the leader shares the vision with the employees and include them in the decision making process. The decision making and the activities, everything goes hand in hand. The leaders as well as employees, both of them contribute towards this, and that is why it is called democratic or participative leadership. Now here the control is a little less, but still people are motivated to work hard. The third type of leadership is paternalistic leadership. Now in this leadership, the leader acts like the father of all employees, or the leader acts like the head of the family. So here the leader is very much concerned about the employees' well-being as well as the organization's well-being. The leader makes sure that everything goes well, not at the cost of the employees. So here leader provides a lot of security and growth to the organization as well as the employees. So this kind of leadership style is a very successful leadership style because employees feel secure in their jobs and they also enjoy doing their work. They have a lot of regard for the leader, and that is why they are always motivated and enthusiastic about doing their work. The fourth kind of leadership style is the free rein leadership style. Now the free rein leadership style is a style where the leader may give a direction and then leave it up to the employees to make their own decisions. Here the employees do their activities on their own and take their own decisions. The advantage of this style of leadership is that people have a lot of freedom to work and they use their creativity in their work. So they are very enthusiastic about it. But the flip side of this kind of leadership style is that it may lead to very low control, and that is why sometimes it may even hamper the productivity of the organization. So this is the leadership style which is based on the authority. Now let us see the leadership style which is given by a scholar called Likert. He gave 4 leadership styles. First is the exploitative authoritative leadership. Second is the benevolent authoritative style of leadership. Third is the consultative leadership. And the fourth is the participative leadership. Now even Likert's 4 style of leadership are similar to the previous 4 styles of leadership that we have done based on authority. The first is the exploitative authoritative style. Now as the name suggests, the leader exploits the employees just to increase the productivity. Whatever decisions are made by the leaders must be accepted by the employees, and the employees must always follow the directions of the leaders. If they fail to do so, then even punishment is used in the exploitative authoritative leadership. So the advantage of this leadership may be that the control is very high. But the biggest disadvantage is that employees feel suffocated in the organization. They do not find any freedom of doing their work, and because of that, they are highly demotivated. The second style is the benevolent authoritative leadership, which is similar to the participative leadership that we have just studied. Here, the employees also participate in the decision-making process. The third is the consultative leadership. So, leader puts the vision in front of the employees, asks for suggestions, but the final decision is taken by the leader. So, here a consultation is taken, but then ultimately the leader makes the decision. So, even here there is a balance between control and participation of the employees. The fourth kind of leadership is the participative leadership. The participative leadership means that here the employees and the leaders, they share their work, activities and decisions. The employees feel importance the employees feel their importance in the organization and they feel the part of the organization. So these are the 4 styles of leadership given by Leinbert. Now let us see another leadership style which is based on a managerial grid which is given by Blake and Mountain. Now as you can see from the grid, there are 2 axes. One is x-axis and another the y-axis. Now the x-axis talks about the concern for production, the leader's concern for production, and the y-axis is on the scale of 1 to 9, that is from low to high, which talks about the concern for people. So this managerial grid actually talks about to what extent a leader is concerned for people and to what extent a leader may be concerned for production. So there can be 5 different styles of leadership as far as this managerial grid is concerned. So first, to begin with, there is a scale of 1:9. That is, the concern for production is lowest and the concern for people is the highest. This style of leadership is called country club management. Now, the advantage of this leadership is that everyone is very happy in the organization and very motivated. But at the same time, when the concern for production of the leader is low, then the disadvantage is that the productivity may not improve. People only enjoy working there, but they are also not bothered about the production. Then there is another scale that is 1:1. That is, concern for people is also lowest and the concern for production is also lowest. So such kinds of leaders are those leaders who are not bothered about anything. They are neither concerned about the growth of the people or their motivation in the organization. They are not concerned about the production of the organization. They just give the directions and forget about everything. So for these leaders, neither the employee will be motivated or very happy with the leader. At the same time, even the production will be very low. So this kind of management is called impoverished management or the impoverished leadership, which is very harmful for all organizations. Then there is a scale of 9:1, that is, the concern of production is the highest, but the concern for people is the lowest. Now this kind of leadership style is called authority compliance leadership. So as we have seen earlier, there is an exploitative authoritative leadership style which is similar to this style of leadership. So here the leader is only bothered about the production and will achieve the production at the cost of the employees. So such leaders may impose punishment if employees do not do certain work in a particular manner. Now here the production may be good, but slowly and gradually the employees will start feeling drained out and they will be demotivated in working further. The 4th kind of leadership, which is on the middle, is the 5-5. So this is called middle of the road management. But 5-5 is a scale where a leader tries to keep a balance between the concern of people and concern for production. Now the problem with this style of leadership is that neither the leader is bothered about the growth of the employees, nor the leader is bothered about improving the production. The leader is not very ambitious about the growth of the organization. So here the work keeps on happening, but the organization as a whole will not grow. And because of that, the employees also will not grow in their career. So here, when such kind of leadership style is applied, the organization will be stuck at a particular point. And that is why it is called middle of the road management. The last and the 5th style of leadership is the team management, where the x-axis also has 9 and the y-axis also shows 9. That is 9-9, which shows concern for people as the highest and concern for production also as the highest. So here the leader is highly ambitious, but not at the cost of people. The leader makes sure that the organization grows, and along with the organization, even people will grow. So here the people are very motivated, enthusiastic, and they also feel that at every point of time they come across a new challenge and they will take up those challenges. People take initiative in such kinds of organization and they are always positive to do new things. So this is the best style of leadership, that is the team management. Now let us see another type of leadership which is shown by a continuum and which is given by Tannenbaum and Smith. So let us see this continuum which is shown by a rectangle. Now as you can see, there are two things written on the rectangle, that is the boss centered and the subordinate centered. And there is a diagonal which divides it. So when the boss centered is the highest, it is called the use of authority by the manager. And when the subordinate centered is highest, then area of freedom for subordinates is higher. So as you can see, the diagonal is dividing the rectangle, and as the boss centeredness increases, the freedom decreases, and as the boss centeredness decreases, the freedom increases. Now in this continuum, there are two extremes. One is on the boss centered side and another on the subordinate side. Now when the boss centeredness is highest or the use of authority is highest, then at that point of time, manager makes decisions and just announces. And when the freedom is the highest, then the manager permits the subordinates to work or to function within even the superior defined limits. That means that subordinates are given so much freedom that they can also take decisions which the leaders may take. Now between these two extremes, there are 5 styles of leadership. So as we begin on the boss centeredness towards the subordinate centeredness, the first style of leadership is there where the manager sells decision. Now at this point, the boss centeredness is still there, but the manager wants to prove that he is at least telling the people and making them agree. So the manager will take a decision and announce in such a manner that the employees will have to agree. So that is why he sells the decision in a convincing manner. He tries to persuade the employees. Then next, when the boss centeredness again reduces to some level, then the manager presents the ideas and invite questions. The manager wants to show that I am concerned about it, and if you have any questions about my decisions, then you will let me know. I will just resolve your queries. Then coming to the middle part, where the boss centeredness and the subordinate freedom is at balance. Here the manager presents problem, gets suggestions, and then makes decision. Here the manager presents tentative decision which is subject to change. So the manager will take a decision but will also take suggestions from the employees, and if the suggestions are different, it will be also implemented and it will be changed. Then moving on to the subordinate freedom side, manager presents the problem, takes the suggestions, and after taking the suggestions, the manager will make decisions according to the suggestion of the employees. Again, moving on the higher side of the subordinate freedom, here the manager defines the limits and then asks the group to make the decision. So this continuum moves from highest boss centeredness to the highest subordinate centeredness. So this is how different leadership styles can be seen from this continuum. But then a particular manager will apply which style of leadership will depend on various factors. So let us see what are the different factors that determine whether directive leadership, participative leadership, or something in between will be applied. So there are 3 factors. First one are the forces which are relating to the manager or the leader. Manager's own attitude, manager's own behavioral pattern, and manager's trust on the employees will influence what style of leadership that manager will apply. How much freedom the manager wants to give to the employees and how much the leader depends on the employees for decision making will decide which leadership style the manager will apply. The second is the forces relating to the subordinates. Now, how ready are the subordinates to take the responsibilities and decision also decides the style of leadership. What is the motivation of the subordinates to work hard and take initiatives in the organization will decide the leadership. And third, forces relating to the situation. So, what kind of leadership is used also depends on the dynamics of a group, on the organization size, the type of the organization, the kind of work it is. That means it is all situation based. So based on the situation, based on various factors of the situation, the leadership style is used. So I hope you have understood what is a leadership, how important leadership is, and what are the different styles of leadership. Thank you.